Commissioner Lovelace also asked that we discuss a little bit item number 9, DEAP, and I'd like to ask Timothy Downs to come up and just give a quick refresher on what we're doing with DEAP and why and what our policies are on that. So, Timothy.
Good morning, Mayor, Commissioners, City Manager, Clerk. Timothy Downs, Deputy Director, Economic Development. I'm prepared to give you some statistics, but I wanted to see if you had any specific questions before I got into the statistics about the program. I can give you a history and sort of the program guidelines if that's wanted, but otherwise...
Yeah, that suffice.
Okay.
A little brief history.
Okay. Well, the Dayton Economic Attraction Program, or DEAP as we call it, has been in place for a little over 2 years now. And it's what we call a performance-based incentive program. And what that means simply is that if the company creates jobs, they get a benefit. If they don't create jobs, they get no benefit. Or alternatively, if they create more jobs than they committed to, they get more benefit than they originally estimated. If they create less, they get less. So it's strictly performance-based. Now, our program is focused on 2 areas, really. One, downtown, and businesses that are downtown and make the job creation and fit within the parameters of the program, they get a 75% grant that's based, or excuse me, a grant based on 75% of their new income tax withholding. So it's on new jobs only, and that new income tax withholding based on those new jobs. So it's if they create 5, they get it on 5. If they create 1, they get it on 1. Now, to make it into the program, they have to create at least $200,000 in new payroll. That's new payroll, not existing payroll, that's new payroll. Or create 5 jobs. So there's a threshold that they have to meet. Once they meet that threshold, they can grow as much or as little as they like. Again, strictly performance-based. The other area is our target industries, which you're all familiar with. Healthcare, aerospace, advanced manufacturing materials, and IT and data. So if they fall within that category, they get a benefit based on 50% of their new withholding amount. So it's 75% for downtown, 50% for the target industry group. Now again, we've been in the program for about 2 years. We currently have 7 participants in the program, 6 of which were in place for 2010. Now the reason you only see 4 payments today is because we're still waiting on 2 other participants to get us their data, because we rely on them to give us the information about how many jobs they created, how much new payroll they created, and once we get that information, we verify that with our finance department with their authorization, and then we calculate the benefit. So the participants that you see for today have submitted their information, we verified the data, and we're prepared to give them their payment for today, or for 2010.
Okay, so this is restricted to downtown primarily.
Well, again, we've got, for the participants that you see for today, we've got 1 that's downtown, and that is, we don't have any for downtown this time around. We've got 2 that are in the program right now that are for downtown. That's Deloitte and Taft, Stettinius & Hollister law firm. But for the 4 that are getting paid out today, those are all within our targeted industries.
Okay, so like the community health centers include Drew, for instance, or...
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
For instance, like the community health centers, does that include Drew Health Center?
Well, I'm not exactly sure. It's incumbent upon the company to identify where the jobs are created, but I couldn't tell you right now specifically which job was created where. As long as they're in the city of Dayton, they count. Okay.
Well, could you check and see to make sure that either they're eligible or give me a rationale for why they weren't picked?
Sure. And again, they report to us on the new jobs created. So if they created a job under a tax ID number or a series of tax ID numbers for that company, that firm, then as long as they're in the city of Dayton, they count.
Okay.
Again, I wanted to just give you a few statistics. Based on the 2010 performance, we are, now this is an estimate because again, we've got 2 participants who haven't given us their information, but we estimate 301 jobs were created based on the 2010 performance. Now that's just 2010. There's going to be more created after that. And then the average cost per job that we're paying out on is $366.86, which is quite low for an incentive program. So again, we're only paying on the new payroll they create. And a lot of people ask, well, how many jobs are created? How many jobs are created? It's not. We don't focus so much necessarily on the jobs themselves because it's the payroll that we calculate the benefit on. So we really strongly look at the payroll.
Mr. Downs, if a company wants to take advantage of this program, who should they talk to? Who should they call?
They can call us directly at 333-3634, and we also have all the program information online at cityofdayton.org. And I'd like to say, I think we've had modest success with the program right now. But again, we started it when we were really sort of in that downturn of the economy. But again, it's a 3-year pilot program. When you all approved the program 2 years ago, we said we'll try this for 3 years, and we're about to sunset. So we're prepared to give you some statistics on the overall program and make some recommendations about where we think it should go.
Great.
Any questions?
No, nice job summarizing it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dan.
Thanks, John.